Game to the next level. How has the defensive line in general just presented a greater challenge for you?
Well, Quentin, I think, had a great spring. I mean, him and Drake, I mean, it's battles every day. If you don't bring your A game, you get embarrassed in that matchup, you know. I think all those D linemen, TJ and obviously Josh Pascal, coming off the season that he had, and all those guys are getting better, and so I think it just makes us play harder on our side too. So we're making each other better, Calvin too. Calvin Taylor's come along and he's done some really nice things I think this spring too. So I mean I think there's some really good competition. And like I say, if you don't bring your A game, you'll get embarrassed, and that's maybe not a good thing to see, but there's great competition on both sides of the ball.
Mark mentioned Logan Stanberg, the guy who was pleased with when you found out about him.
Yeah, I mean, I think Logan is a really good player out there right now for us. He's a physical guy, always has been, but he's becoming much more technical too, and that's what we've really challenged him to do this offseason. Is don't just go out there and be the guy that mauls everybody. Go out there and be a guy that does it with good technique and consistency, and that's where I see his game going. He's not just the guy that goes out there and mauls people, and he's playing more discipline. He's not getting the late stuff where he gets a penalty maybe, in the game set. So we've had a couple scrimmages, and I don't think he's had any penalties, so that's something we can build on too.
Being a little more cerebral is helping him?
I think
Not
so.
be quite as angry?
Yeah. And there's a fine line, because you like that little chip on his shoulder, because he kind of establishes the physicality for a lot of, for our whole group. But you got to do it within the rules of the game and not cost the team. So I think he's gotten better at that.
Graduation is an inevitable part of the game, as you well know.
Right.
But does that also, I know you hate to see the guys go, but how much does that excite you to see the young guys who've been waiting?
Oh man, I think it's huge for those guys. They put in a lot of work. I love the mentality of this group because they are hardworking. All of them, from 1 to 14. I mean, they all go out there every day and work their tail off. And it does present opportunities for other guys. And that's something right now that we're trying to drive home with some of these younger players. Is it is your time. You got to step up. You're no longer the guy waiting in the wings. It's your time now to show us what you can do and earn some playing opportunities. So, and I think they're understanding that a little bit more every day.
Obviously, the offense will look a little different with Mr. Snell gone. Same playbook, though.
Right.
Does that mean do things change much for your guys?
You know what? I don't know about change a whole lot. We might just have, you might end up throwing the ball a little bit more or what have you, so you got to work on those techniques a little more than maybe run technique and certain things like that. But no, I don't think it does change a whole heck of a lot because, like you said, it's the same playbook, and whether you have to end up pass block and run block and get out on screens, you got to be able to do it all anyway. So.